Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TJR Auto Channel. My name is Tyler, and in today's video, we are once again playing around with Gemma Rose, my 2004 Pontiac GTO. Now, if you guys missed the last few videos on this car, basically, I got the front clip painted, then I blew an inner axle stub on the rear, ended up swapping out the entire rear cradle, the whole front suspension, and now this car is essentially a 29,000 mile 2006 GTO underneath. But I figure if the car is that nice underneath, we might as well make it that nice, you know, on the top. So to accomplish that, I would like to throw in the lower grille, which I have somewhere in this garage of, hey, it's right there. Cool. We got to fix this, so that doesn't look good. And last but not least, well, the car needs a good cleaning. It's very dirty. But we have the notorious bubble. I don't know what that's caused by, but I think we basically just kind of have to sand it until we can figure out what it's caused by. And then once we figure out what it's caused by, probably do nothing about it. But we just need to get this area nice and smooth with the rest of the top of the hood. And then here, we have some vinyl wrap, which will be covering just the top center section, the top raised center section of the hood. I think having a little bit of a different color in the middle of this will really waken up, you know, the cow hood aspect. And I feel like right now it's kind of just too much yellow. You really can't, you really don't notice much. Like if you're standing far away, it kind of just looks like a yellow GTO. So I think having the center section a different color would look nice. But let's start off with the bubble and see what we can figure out. Well, that got knocked down a lot quicker than I expected. I don't know why I thought I was going to be here for like 20 minutes sanding that. No, it is not perfectly smooth. I'm probably not going to bother trying to make this perfectly smooth. We have a couple pinholes here. Actually, it's very soft. Let me, let's poke and prod with something. See if we can figure out what's going on here. It's very soft to the touch. This might be a fiberglass section that I did. I don't know. Yes, it is. This is where I did some fiberglass repair, it would appear. So maybe not enough resin. Who knows? This seems pretty dry. Whereas this should be soaked, you know, rock solid with resin. So I guess when I was doing my fiberglass fill work, I didn't get enough fiberglass resin in there. So good to note that this can happen because of that. So it seems like this area here is pretty, that seems okay. I think I'm gonna try cutting around with a knife and try to get this low spot out. And then we'll have to do a little bit of Bondo work and get her straight. So this is all that I got out of our little soft crater here. So now everything around this feels very, very nice and solid. It seemed like it was just, you know, poorly done fiberglass repair. I think that's all it was. I don't think the resin actually bit into the fiberglass right in the spot. And then I put, it looks like fiberglass filler over it, and then obviously normal filler, primer, paint, clear. So I guess, I don't know, I guess there's some sort of chemical reaction that made it pop up. So now we get to clean this area, and I get to try doing just a tiny bit of body work right here, trying to keep the work area small. You know, it's going to grow a little bit as we start sanding down the filler we're about to put in. But as long as we stay like 2 fingers away from the edge of this, I think we'll be okay. I just want to pack it right into this area. So I really want to pack it in there. Well, the short strand is definitely still too soft to try sanding. Ask me how I know. So we might as well clean up this grill and try tossing it in. I feel like there's a reason I didn't run it. I don't know if maybe these tabs in the bumper are bent or something, so we might have to play with some stuff, but might as well clean it up before we try tossing it in, because it is dirty. I might reach up from the back and try bending those the bottom tabs up, or really I should probably try bending all the tabs kind of downwards to hold this in place. I have no need to take this back off, hopefully, for a long time, but looks a lot better with it. It's still very dirty. I think it needs like a genuine cleaning, not just a quick little wipe with glass cleaner, you know what I'm saying? Again, we're vinyl wrapping this. That's why I don't really care about scuffing up all the surrounding paint. You shouldn't be able to see it through the wrap. I figure 120 hopefully is not too abrasive enough to cause an issue there. Oh my God, it's doing a wheelie. I forget if I showed it in the last video or not, but when I went to swap the 0506 brakes on, I found out that the passenger front sway bar end link is actually broken. It's snapped. So, my man Jason graciously hooked it up and got me some Moog sway bar end links sent over. So, we gotta throw these bad boys on. Obviously, we're gonna change them in a set, do both sides. I also do have the ABS sensors that came off the 29,000 mile front cradle setup. I didn't put them on yet. If the plugs on Gemma's end are good in the engine bay, I don't remember if any of them are broken. If they're in good shape, I'm gonna throw the ABS sensors on as well, just because why not? And I figure while it's up in the air, before we put her back down, we can deal with bending those tabs for the lower grille to help hold that in place so we don't lose it flying down the road. I also definitely need to look into this too. It might be easier while the car's up a little bit like it is now. I just got the other side knocked out, and these are a very strange style end link. I've never seen something like this before. I'm used to like very bare bones traditional ones. I've never had like upgraded ones, or I don't think I've ever even replaced end links, honestly. But looks like this. So this goes to the sway bar itself. We have a grease fitting that we have to put into here, which is supplied. And in this little bag, we have the bushings and the top bolt. It's no longer a stud with a nut. It is now a bolt, which I think is the strange part. I've never seen that before. So, as far as I can tell from the pictures on Amazon, these kind of go like this. And this is the crushing point at the strut itself. So I didn't see anything said about using the washers that come off here, like the cupped washers. Should I use them? Probably. Am I going to? Not at this moment. I'm going to do them first, and then I'm going to do more research. Because obviously that's the smart thing to do. Just use the drill for the nut. And then I use my little pickle fork to keep tension on the ball joint, you know, pushing it this way, away from the sway bar, so that it wouldn't spin. You know, if you keep force on it, it can't spin on you. See, it wanted to spin. I didn't let it spin. So, old one is out, boots ripped, this thing's a piece of shit. Okay, that's going in the graveyard. Now, we have the fun of getting the top one off, which is gonna suck, because it's broken. Look at that, double Temu wrench action. Let you know about it. So, that used to be like that. It is no longer like that because it's broken. So, let's get the new one in. I'd like to get the bottom started. And thankfully this also does have a square head. So I'm sure if you get a big enough wrench you can put it on there. I used an adjustable on the other side and I didn't have any issues. So slip that in there. And what's nice about this not having the stud, and maybe that's why they do it this way, is you don't have to fight with this lengthwise to get it in. I feel like the last time I did, like the last time I had to hook up the sway bar on this car, I had to loosen both sides to be able to rotate the sway bar to, you know, drop them out of the, you know, drop the stud out of the top, swing this down, pull it out, whatever. So it is kind of nice in that aspect that this will literally just pop right in. And we can just throw the nut on that so it can't fall out. We'll take this one bushing thing, which just clips right on to the top of that. And then line that up. Take our bolt with the other one. Just like that. I'm just putting a little bit of upward pressure. I'm pulling up on it, just so I don't have the bushings fighting me for throwing in that bolt. All right, I got it started. So I would like to get the bottom one done first. Got a little bit of pressure on the knuckle with the jack. I don't know if you're supposed to tighten these with, you know, the weight of the the weight of the car on them. Again, I haven't done end links in a very long time, so I don't really remember, and I'm too lazy to look it up. So I'm just gonna send it. So I got it tight with the impact. Then I'll go in with my wrench. Sure it feels good by hand. Okay, I don't think it's gonna fall off. That's good. Just like that. Boom. So bottom is done. Now we get to do the top. What kind of sucks with these is you can't fit a ratchet. So if you don't have a ratcheting wrench, this is gonna take you a lot longer. But with my Temu wrenches, they go right in. All right, that's probably good enough. I don't know. Lower this. Boom. Now we have fresh end links in the GTO. So I was gonna throw the ABS sensors in, but I don't really feel like dealing with that right now. So I'm gonna throw the wheels back on and put it back on the ground. Actually, let's take care of the bumper first. So back behind the bumper, the lower grille, seems like this tab and this tab are kind of mediocre. The other two grab great though. So what I ended up doing is for like the little alignment pins, I just threw a zip tie around it and cranked on it. So hopefully it can't slide backwards, you know, towards the car itself. And I'm leaving the zip tie tail on it. So whenever the day comes that I do need to take this grill off and I can't figure out why, if I look up behind here, I'll see the zip tie tails right away and know before I break something like I usually do. But I think this one's kind of the main culprit. You can see it's a little loosey-goosey. So hoping with those little bit of zip ties, she should hold better. Alrighty, area has been cleaned. I left the big pile of dust right next to it just because, you know, didn't feel like covering everything in dust yet since we're making more dust. But I cleaned the actual area that we're working on, so we should be okay. Just mixing up a tiny bit of lightweight filler with way too much hardener in it, so that's good. Yeah, this is supposed to be more of a tan color, not a blue, I think. So, and I also extended the work area a slight bit with the sandpaper. All right, clean the area really good. Now I have some paper that I'm gonna try to hold down to, you know, keep this like this. I thought I bought painter's tape, but I can't find it. So we can't tape anything, go figure. But the edge of this scoop is right here where my finger is. And I don't want any primer going beyond that. So I'll probably end up kind of going like this, you know, try to trap the paper down. as we dust on some primer. I really don't care if the primer goes further in towards the, the middle of the hood. That's fine. We don't want it coming outwards. This is what we're left with. It doesn't look nice, but most importantly, we didn't have any primer come over onto the yellow paint that we're not touching. So that's good. That's what we want. So I'll take some 320 grit with my little block thing. Just try to smooth this out. I'm really going after the edges where it's, primarily built up more. I'm not trying to, take the primer totally off the hood. It's more so just to smooth it out, knock any of these rough edges down. But feels good, feels nice. I think we're good. So now I got the joy of cleaning the entire surface again, and then we should be ready to try laying our knifeless tape and trying to vinyl wrap it. Now, what we're gonna be trying to use today is 3M. Yes, this is actual 3M. I didn't cheap out and get the nasty stuff because everybody said it sucks. 3M knifeless tape. So the goal is to be able to get a nice crispy edge along this body line that I had to haphazardly make when we did the body work. Now, a couple problems here. The body line is not perfectly straight anywhere. I don't think this is going to be perfect. We would have to go back to square one again. This hood sucks. It's not. Yeah, so I'm not going to blame the product for how this is going to come out, but this should allow us to basically lay an edge all the way around where we want, lay our vinyl down, and then from there, be able to use this to cut the edges rather than trying to hand cut them or anything of that nature. So I need to try to lay this as perfectly straight as I can on the sides. I want to start from back there, go to here, try to get it as straight as possible. Then we have our two jumps here, and then try to lay it straight. I'm hoping I can lay this in one piece. I might have to do a piece for each edge, which isn't the end of the world, but we're gonna see how this goes. See if I can do it this way. It seems like we're roughly on that body line. And I did hear that this isn't really good for edges. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to just lay a piece for each end, which isn't the end of the world. I'll call maybe that line. It's kind of down here. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Like I said, there's not really a great line here to go off of. That's too far. That's in the groove. Let's get this piece cut. It's more manageable to work with. So like, it doesn't look bad, but I don't think this is perfectly centered. Like, I don't think the center of the scoop is actually centered to the bumper, which is something I was kind of worried about when I built this hood, but I kind of gave up on that. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll work. We're going to find out, though. There's just not really much else to do about it besides do it. So, we should still be clean enough. I don't want to mess with those tape edges anymore. So now it's time we can play with some vinyl. Yay! I'll probably do all right, thinking this is our probably a good starting point. So let's just get this out of here. Okay. So hopefully go like that. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a bit more difficult than I had pictured. We can make some magic happen with this bad boy. Blowtorch is probably one of the worst things you could use on this stuff. It's probably way too much heat. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have pulled out the backing like I did. So I can already see we got dust and dirt under this front edge, but it makes the hood look nice, honestly. Right? You know, the very small section where it's actually like good. I'm gonna be at this for a while, so I'll probably just put you on a time lapse. This is gonna take a bit longer than expected. I want you guys to learn by my mistakes, all right? I never show you guys how to do things right. I usually show you to do things wrong. So don't use a blowtorch to heat up your vinyl wrap because it will burn it and then it's unusable. So now that vinyl wrap is balled up in the corner of the garage because I got mad at it. Yes, I could just order more vinyl wrap and probably have it here in like a day. But the problem is it's currently like 4:30 Saturday evening, and at 8 o'clock Sunday morning, tomorrow, I already bought a ticket to go to a car show. Now, I haven't been to a car show in a long time because I'm always working on shit. So ideally, I'd like to get the GTO to go to the show. Sure, I could just, you know, say, okay, whatever, lost my 15 bucks for the ticket, but why do that when I can just paint the spot that we fixed on the bubble? That brings us to here. We're prepped. I sanded the surrounding area of the clear coat with, I think 800 grit, I want to say. And I sanded further than what this patch currently is. We have a hard tape line against this body line right on the hood. And what I'm thinking is we'll shoot this area yellow, just enough basically to cover the primer. Should be about 2 coats. And then we're gonna fold back the paper more with these soft lines, I guess. We'll see how this comes out. And try to dust in clear coat there. Obviously the clear needs to be heavier here, but towards the edges we can kind of dust it out. So will it work? I don't know. But I had to go to Harbor Freight and get more sleeves, more liners for the cup, because I ran out of them when I painted the front clip on the car. So I guess let's get to painting, see how this comes out. Well, it's yellow. Okay, now we wait. Cheers. You know, it's really unfortunate that it came to this. I was really excited to see this thing with the black center on the hood. Really spice it up, really wake up the front end, wake up the hood, make it look real nice. And instead, this is what we get. We get just more tomfoolery, more yellow. So hopefully we can make this look decent enough that I don't hate my life entirely. And I'll just have to vinyl wrap it at another day when I actually have patience. And I should probably buy more than what I need material-wise, so that when I mess it up next time, I have a third chance to try it. We're gonna clear coat all that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. This probably isn't gonna look that good, so let's see. Well, now we wait. Yeah, you definitely see it. That fucking sucks. I mean, I guess we'll see how it dries, but yeah, I don't know. I would hope when it dries, it's kind of close to the finish that's already on the hood. Oh God, yeah, that's bad. You see it really bad from there. Well, I'm gonna cut my losses with this, and I'm gonna pull all the paper out. I'll probably just give the rest of the car a wipe down. Obviously, I'm not gonna wash the rest of the car like I'd planned on, now that we have fresh paint and clear coat sitting on the hood. Gotta get the wheels back on, torque the lug nuts, and then she's show ready. Well, it is approximately 6:10 p.m. now. T-minus like 13 hours to the car show. Anyways, this looked so bad, I can't leave it like that. So all the clear coat that we had tried rolling over to blend into the rest of the hood over here, I was actually able to get off with some lacquer thinner. And as soon as I was able to get that clear coat up, I cleaned the living shit out of it so that hopefully it's not biting down into the clear that I had laid previously when I painted the whole front clip. So, got that all cleaned up. We have a tape line, hard tape line, obviously. You are gonna be able to tell that this was resprayed. I'm just hoping it looks better than this one little weird section. All right, it's not even a shape. It is like just random edges. So you can still definitely see that the yellow is a little different, but I'm hoping with the clear coat, hopefully we can get it kind of on one level up here on, you know, the top of the hood. I'm hoping it'll look better than this. I mean, this is just shit. I don't know how it's gonna go spraying clear onto clear that's like partially cured. We're gonna find out. It's either gonna have a chemical reaction or it's not. So we'll see if I make it worse, but I figured I already have clear mixed up in the paint gun. I still have it sitting in the cup from when I just sprayed this. So I would like to get like 2 heavier coats on the entire area. Hopefully try to blend it together. Again, if the yellow's a little different here, which it's gonna be, it is what it is. It's more so just the shininess factor is just really pissing me off. And go figure, I already quick detailed the entire car minus the windshield, back window, and the roof. So hopefully we can get this kind of ironed out and then it'll look better, because right now it looks so bad I don't want to go to that car show, if we're going to be honest. I also got the bumper to fit better by ripping it off the car because I got pissed off that I couldn't get it to fit. And then I made it fit better. How? I don't know, but it does now. So that's something, I guess. So at least that looks nicer. Yeah, I mean, this still looks fine, I think. So hopefully it is fine, I guess. We're gonna find out. This might ruin it, this might make it, who knows? Really hoping it makes it. So we'll do a quick test spray. I don't know. See what it does. Nothing like repainting your car the night before a car show, am I right? You motherfucker. Well, it's clear coat. No. Fucking asshole. Jesus Christ. My God, I cannot win. I cannot win today. Nice and wet. That's how I like them. All right, calling it there. We got basically nothing left in the gun, so no waste at least. I should probably walk out of the garage because it's full of fumes. Yeah, my mouth is feeling a little spicy, to say the least. It's been maybe a minute. I'm impatient. I want to unmask it now. Just get it over with. See how bad these tape lines are going to look. Take this off. Motherfucker. Oh, don't touch nothing else. Actually, it doesn't really look like, tape line wise, we don't really look bad. Actually, don't really notice it at all. That's kind of nice. I really wish I sprayed the yellow differently on this now, but we're learning as we go. It is what it is. I can only be so pissed off at myself, I guess, for what I do. Well, the hood is yellow. Now it just doesn't have a bubble. So, I mean, it's better. It's not perfect. Show you guys up close. Obviously, again, this hood's already ripply. We obviously are gonna have a lot of orange peel. But I mean, it matches the rest. It's not like it's worse or anything. You can tell we're super peely and dusty here, pretty peely and dusty there. You can definitely see the yellow repair spot, but I mean, from a couple feet away, you know, sure, you can see it when you're looking for it, but it's good enough to the untrained eye. So, I don't know, whatever. I guess maybe I'll clean up the windshield, the roof, the back window, get all that stuff detailed up, get the wheels back on and torqued to get her on the ground. And it's gonna live in the garage tonight, just let that dry. And should be dry enough by the morning that I can get away with driving this to the show. I obviously just can't touch it. So it's gonna be too soft to, you know, do something like wet sand or buff it or anything like that. But it'll get us by. But yeah. Somehow this side of the bumper fits worse now. So that's good. And this side fits basically perfect. So that's good. And I had to raise the hood stops up, like the little rubber stops, because that side was sunk down touching the headlight. This side was sunk down touching the headlight. Now it's not touching the headlights, but this side is somehow raised up. That body line still looks like shit, but I'm not gonna do anything about that tonight. So, yep, that's Gemma. Somehow always finds a way to be like ratchet, even when we're trying to make it nice. We're about 2 minutes into the ride, meeting up with some buddies at a gas station, and then we're driving out there together. Just want to say thank you, Jason. After doing those front end links, now she feels really tight. Showtime. Oh, perfect timing. We got the LS Swap Firebird behind us. Got my other buddy's Mint S197. We cruising out, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well folks, it has been a couple days since the car show. Haven't really driven the GTO. I think I drove for 1 or 2 days this week, but it has been back up into like 100 degrees, and obviously the GOAT don't have AC, but Bonnie does. So I've been driving Bonnie, and it's been great. I actually meant to film this outro earlier when it was nice out, but we got free large blizzards from Dairy Queen at work. It was for charity. It was for a good cause. I'm hurting, man. I'm hurting. So don't mind why I look like this, because it ain't a pretty sight. But long story short, after the car show on Sunday, me and a few buddies went a little trip to Mexico and had some fun out on some back roads, some like toge style roads per se. And I probably should have cammed and mic'd up the car when we were running it. I didn't expect to go too crazy, but it's wild, crazy. I haven't driven a car like that in so long. I've tamed myself down on the road so much. I used to be an insane driver in Bonnie. I used to rack so many tickets up driving like an asshole. Even in a lot of my other cars, I used to just be a madman behind the wheel. But you know, I have a couple things to look forward to in life nowadays, like free Dairy Queen blizzards. So I've slowed it down, all right? I've come to peace with my zen. So Sunday, I was able to unleash all of the years of weight onto the GTO, and man, was it worth it. The car felt amazing. It was just pure adrenaline, pure fun, and I couldn't be more thankful for the outcome that I had. Sorry, my shoulder's getting tired, so you guys don't have to look at me anymore when I'm talking. But the car performed phenomenally. It feels amazing. It feels like a new car, honestly. I mean, sure, it's a little rickety and old and a little loud. It's a 20-year-old GTO, I mean, what do you expect? But now the car looks pretty good, sounds good, and best of all, it drives amazing. So I really couldn't be happier with how the GTO currently sits. So with all that being said, that is where we're going to be wrapping up today's video. Once again, the GTO is just, she's good, all right? She's good. The hood repair turned out okay, I guess. I don't know. We got it done for the show. We got to pop out to the show. First time I've been to a show in a few years, especially there. The Cars and Coffee in Millstone, New Jersey. Always a good turnout, always a good time. A lot of nice cars there this time around as well. Got to see one other fellow, modern GTO. Got to see a couple nice builds there as well. And just overall was a good time with some good friends. But as I said like 5 minutes ago, that is where we're gonna be wrapping up today's video. If you guys want to support the channel more than you already do, down below will be a link. Get you some TJR Auto merch. Check it out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you guys for all of the kind love and support that I've been receiving around this car and the channel. It really does mean the world to me. Again, I'm sorry I don't seem enthusiastic. It's blizzard time, baby. It's hurting. It's time to be hurting. But really, thank you guys so much. I truly do appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.